Hello.
Slavers. You pass many travelers on this road, most of which do not pay attention to your formidable group. Passing through a small settlement with a surprisingly bustling market, you somehow find yourself encircled by a group of traders peddling servi. They do not look particularly friendly. Push through the crowd, ignore the merchants, they have nothing we need. You slip through the crowd skillfully and silently. Soon the servi traders lose your track. You have avoided an unnecessary fight. Underwater cave. A beautiful lake attracts the attention of your weary Praetorians. The fresh water is crystal clear and home to a myriad different species of fish, most of which you have never seen before. The water looks inviting, but there are strange bubbles rising from depths. Your people think this would be a good place to make a camp. Secure the area, let's go for a nice swim. After checking the perimeter, you and your Praetorians take off your armor and jump into the bubbling lake. The water is surprisingly cold and the bubbles seem to be a result of the underground current. You can clearly make out a hole down here and something shiny catches your eye. Someone strong enough to dive against the current would perhaps retrieve whatever it is. Dive into the cave. Initially you succeed in swimming against the current, but the underground river proves to be too strong for you. You misjudge your distance and run out of breath. Panicking, you try to turn back, but your vision fades to black. Hours later you wake up back on the shore of a lake. It transpires the Arrhenius Rebellius had courageously jumped in to pull you out when it was clear that you are not coming back up.
How should we position the troops? Arcium Latius Extendite! The men are close enough to engage. One of our maniples is about to break! Centuriones! Infernalia! We are victorious! Finite milites exultare!
enemies on the move. As you round a tight bend along the narrow mountain road, to your surprise you find a young man standing beside a small wagon, seemingly waiting for you. He waves to you when he sees you, and you recognize him as one of the acolytes of the priest Avaris, the one who received vision from the gods. The acolyte claims to have known you would come through here, thanks to another of Avaris' visions. You begin to suspect that the information Avaris possesses may be based on something much more concrete than visions from gods. All the more reasons to listen closely to as Acolyte describes another impending attack by forces allied to Mithridates. This time their target is Nicaea. Once again you have few days to prepare, thanks to the foresight of priests. Ample opportunity to ensure that Nicaea is well defended by the doubt of enemy armies gets there. Hire local mercenaries for 200 denarii to lay an ambush for enemy army, picking off some of the manpower before the battle even begins. Unexpectedly, the priest acolyte is able to recommend a band of soldiers that would be able to carry out such a mission. Clearly, there is more to this priest than meets the eye. You give him the money and he gives you his strictest assurance that the task will be carried out swiftly. Nicaea is already well defended by the legion garrisoned there. Hopefully, your preparations will help your legionary maintain control of the region. You feel the corners of your mouth twist into a smirk as you remember the secret you have in store for Mithridates' soldiers. The woman from the village, blah blah blah.
Away, Legate!
Legate, I have some ideas for how we might use the resources we've captured to improve our bards.
I bring greetings from Atticus Rex, the supreme ruler of the newly established land of Harmonia.
Rex? So this Atticus thinks he's a king?
Quite so. Apparently he is the king of a very small land close to our position. In fact, Atticus used to be one of our legionari. He left with a bunch of his closest friends and simply took ownership of a nearby village.
Did you say Harmonia? That's an odd name, isn't it?
The king claims his will be a land without wars and conflicts, a land where everyone can live in peace and harmony. Hence the name.
Interesting notion.
Indeed it is. I believe he calls it Pax Romana. It's a bit too naive of an idea, if you ask me.
Can he legally do that?
Our laws allow dominion over previously unpossessed items or land. Since Greeks are not Roman citizens, their possession of the land can be considered null and void.
But
But we're not in Rome, and Jus Civile is valid only in Rome, so I think the question is irrelevant.
I can see how this would hurt us.
They do seem pathetic. But we can't allow this. It sets a dangerous precedent, not to mention the possibility of a rebellion in the region.
This sounds very much like treason. Atticus needs to be punished.
I agree. Executing him will send a message to any would-be future kings of Harmonia. Our way, Legate.
Legate, I have some ideas. Legate!
Have question?
Where did you learn to fight like that?
Mother taught me. It is not so unusual in Scythia. Women hunt and fight. I know it's weird here. And you? How did you learn?
My father taught me. He was an Orthodox. For a Roman, he didn't like the thought that I would have to rely on men to protect me.
Indeed. I never understood this. Why not have women hunt and fight? It's easier to protect and feed tribe this way. But your land is different. Maybe there is advantage I'm not seeing.
How did you end up as a gladiator?
Other people come into our lands often. We fight them. I was taken as serva, sold to Greek man. I am too unruly to be Greek wife, but I make good gladiator.
Don't you want to go home to your own land?
Trying to get rid of me? You people brought me here. Sorry, now you're stuck with me.
Don't you have family at home?
Had 2 brothers, didn't get along. They will be fine without me.
You are deflecting. Why do you not want to go home?
I can't go back. I'm not that woman anymore. Maybe some other day we will speak of this.
Did you want to be a gladiator?
Fighting for sport is dumb.
Good day.
My friends, they've come to take our land and clap us in chains. But we are free Romans. We will never be slaves. Fight for your lives and fight for your freedom.
Save your arrows until you see the whites in their eyes. Form up! Follow me for Rome!
I live for Rome, and I shall die for her. Mars has forsaken me.
That's a nasty wound.
That's too much blood. It can't end like this.
Can't stop us! Stay in cover and wait for the enemy.
Help me stop the bleeding. Our next battle will be in Hades.
They always underestimate me.
The men are awaiting your orders. Alikite, our battle is joined. How shall we proceed? One of our manifolds is about to break! Centurione! Praise Mars! The day is ours! Proseguiamo!
Our way, Legate.
A message from Legia Vitrix. A woman on horseback catches you and your Praetorian guard on the road. She is dressed in civilian garb, but her Latin is an accented Roman. She hands you the letter written in the usual cipher and respectfully takes her leave. The letter is from one of the centurions of Legia Vitrix.
Despite the Roman blockade of all supply lines in and out of the region surrounding Chalcedon, Bithynia remains undiminished. On your behalf, we have questioned the rebel troops captured in your liberated territories, hoping to learn how Bithynia withstands our conquest. Finally, I believe we have the answer. It took much persuasive questioning, but one such captive seems to have a fascinating story to tell. At your leisure, please find me at the camp to hear what he has to say. If his story is accurate, it may well prove to be the key to unlock Bithynia. Your humble subordinate, Marcilius Carbo.
Did you see Sextus is transferred to our camp?
Oh, we have softened him up for you, Legate.
That's great. Let's go meet him later. I need my canteen
You...
fixed.
Efthymios from the fishing village in Troas?
I'm surprised you recognized me underneath all the blood.
Mind your tone with the Legatus, worthless dog!
The man won't be able to answer any questions if you keep punching him.
Your services will not be needed here any longer, Legionaria. You're dismissed.
Cantorio!
I apologize for the way you've been treated here. I understand we have vital information you can provide.
What do you wish to know?
I've been told you know the way Pontus continues to acquire supplies despite our blockade.
I do. A fisherman is bypassing the blockade.
A single fisherman supplies an army? Unlikely.
I don't have anything to gain by lying to you.
You also don't have anything left to lose.
Well, Erastus is the brains of the operation, but he has a gang with him. They are a formidable bunch.
That is impossible. How can he run the blockade?
There is no blockade. He acquires his supplies from a Roman galley in the first place.
That would imply...
Indeed. Your own people are helping King Mithridates.
A huge risk for a simple fisherman. Why would he even agree to such a task?
Erastus is far from being a simple fisherman. There is something about him. People say he was a pirate once. I guess this is his retirement plan. Besides, if Romans are helping you beat Romans, it's a difficult opportunity to resist.
Who is helping him?
That, I don't know. They say a senator is involved.
I think we have a pretty good idea who that senator might be.
So that's what Skywaller's been up to. He must have been making a fortune.
Tell us where this Erastus lives, and your order will be at the end.
He uses a small pier in my village in Troas. It's just down the coast from the market.
We will keep you here for a while, just in case.
If you must.
Legate, I have some ideas for how we might use the resources we've captured to improve our bards.
What have you found?
Scaevola is working with smuggler out of Troas. This means moving supplies from Roman ship to cave controlled by Mithridates.
This is good. Very good, actually. Find this smuggler and put a stop to their nefarious operation. It could give us the edge we need to end this siege and save Cotta. Make sure you find this Roman ship he's talking about and search it. If we can get our hands on some substantial evidence, we can destroy Vitellia Scaevola once and for all.
I will not disappoint you, Council.
I know. Good luck.
Finally, someone with authority. I expect you'll take care of your criminal soldiers. They have been terrorizing our people, collecting so-called taxes and beating those who refuse to pay. We are simple people who respect law and order, and I know Rome stands for these ideals too. That shouldn't mean your soldiers are allowed to invent laws and steal our property. Am I wrong?
Where are these soldiers?
They have taken over these homes right here, forcing the rightful occupants to move in with their neighbors instead.
No one is above the law. I will take care of this.
That is good to hear. I knew we could count on you.
All is well, I hope.
Legate, good to see you here. You probably don't know me, but I have served the Legion for a long time. My name is Albinus. I saw you talking to those crazy Greeks. They think they can pit us against each other. They're in for a surprise. Those greedy bastards are after these supplies.
Are they right though? Did you collect taxes on behalf of Rome?
Of course not. We're not tax officials. We collected taxes for ourselves. Perks of being the conquerors.
What makes them crazy?
They actually think they may stand a chance against us. Apparently what we're doing here is illegal. Someone should tell them that we are the law now.
What's on that chest? What's in that chest?
The taxes we have collected, of course. The money is pooled together and shared based on rank and seniority. It's all fair. We're not barbarians.
You are a disgrace to our legion. Report to Naso. He will see to it that you are all punished for your crimes. And count yourselves lucky. That is all.
Punishment? For what? Fine. We will do as ordered, Legate. I just hope Naso will be fair.
Thank you for dealing with the situation, Legate. About the things they have stolen, will we get everything back?
Naturally, the supplies are stacked in the country yard ahead. Make sure you only take what's yours.
I knew we could trust you. You are a true Roman with an unerring sense of justice. Once again, thank you.
Go inside and lock the door. Something's afoot.
Have you been to Kitskos?
Be quiet.
Please, I must know if my son is all right.
I don't know your son. Leave me in peace.
Directly from the sea to your dinner plate. Please, tell your soldiers to leave my daughter alone. She is a virtuous woman.
There. Right where little F.
We've been discovered! Drop those things! Attack them!
Let's talk to him.
You want to talk?
What?
Cornelius?
I am not... Ah, Jupiter, take it all. How do you know my name?
There's nothing you can hide from me. Tell me what you're doing here.
I'm not telling you a thing. You can piss right off, or my people and I will feed you to the fish.
Try it, traitor.
As you wish.
Cover your angles! They will not take us by surprise!
Yeah, see? It's not so bad.
Help me, and I shall help you when you are in need.
No permanent damage. It's all right. You're going to live. You are mostly fine. Get back into the fight.
Now do it again!
Enough! Stop! You've made your point. Curses, but you are relentless. What do you want, anyway?
How do you get the supplies to Mithridates' forces?
There's a hidden cave on the coast near Chalcedon where Mithridates stores his supplies. His soldiers guard it vigilantly. I can lead you to it.
You are preparing to meet Gali. If a crew collaborates with you, they certainly cannot be one of ours. To whom does it belong?
Isn't it obvious? Vitellius Scaevola owns it. He shares the plunder with the Aegean pirates in exchange for protection.
Lead me to the galley and show me the secret passage.
If I take you to the galley, the soldiers will empty the cave. If I take you to the cave, the ship will leave.
We'll be quiet, no one will know.
It's not about how quiet we are. I just completed a trip to move the supplies from the ship to the cave. The soldiers will have started to move the goods, and the ship is preparing to leave. There is no time.
Take me to the galley. I must secure the evidence against Vitellius Scaevola, or he'll get away with this.
You're sure? There'll be no time to stop those supplies from getting to Mithridates later.
A lot of good Romans will die if we don't stop those supplies.
The war will be won or lost, with or without supplies. Through the skill of the warriors and the shrewdness of their commanders.
If we don't bring home any evidence against Scaevola, your sister will be stuck with him. The villa...
I want you to get your villa back and restore your name, believe me. But think of the cost to the war effort.
What do you think, Deianira?
When head tells you both paths are goat shit, choose with nose instead. Take path of least smell.
We need to secure the evidence against Scaevola. Take me to the galley.
As you wish. Hide yourselves on my boat.
The enemy is here!
Lure them closer. I'll shoot as soon as I see them. Covering this area.
Hunkering down.
In entirely new places. Can anyone heal the healer?
are on our side.
You should be.
Just one more left. Come on, we can do this.
Romans fighting Romans? It is difficult to believe.
This is all the doing that Sceviola and Lurko will make sure they face the judgment.
If judgment fails, I shall not prevail. I will give them what they deserve.
Search the ship. We need the proof of Sceviola collusion.
There's a very promising-looking chest up in the prow. These crates and sacks, they bear Scaevola's seal. It appears he has been supplying food and resources to the enemy indeed. This is the most severe kind of treason. And the evidence is indisputable.
This is bigger than me or my family. This is about the integrity of Senate of the Rome.
Well, the Vitellius brothers are in the wind. May their name be thrice cursed. This knowledge will cost our legions dearly, however. Mithridates' soldiers will be long gone by now. Let us head back to dry land and join the siege of Chalcedon.
Let us not be too hasty. There's still things to be done.
Greek fire. I abhor this stuff.
half-packed camp. So the fortune smiles on you. Traveling along a dusty path, you catch a glimpse of colorful tent cloth around a bend and decide to investigate cautiously. What you find is a small camp seemingly packed up in a quite hurry, a bunch of stuff left behind. Leave it in case the owners returns. It's unlikely the rightful owners would return to this place before Badens or even wild animals pick it clean, but if anyone is going to steal these things, it won't be you. Hands unsoiled by death, you return to your Praetorians and settle up again to continue your journey.
How do you wish to deploy? Itina Rapivia, Reliquita Inter... We are ready to engage the enemy? Yakite Pila! The enemy is deploying their tactical reserves! Fight is broken! Proseguiamo!
Romans were smuggling supplies to Colcaedon.
That's what they say.
We had a chance to hit Mithridates where it hurts.
Our recent conquest seems to have had an adverse effect on the local population of bandits. 2 of their leaders have formed an alliance and started fighting against us.
What difference does our conquest of the area make to bandits?
Raiding defenseless Greek villages is significantly less risky than raiding settlements in Roman territory. You might call them freedom fighters. They fight for the freedom to raid.
2 leaders?
Cruel outlaws united by common interests, no doubt. It's an annoyance we unfortunately have to deal with. This kind of thing has a tendency to grow out of hand.
Who do you think is best suited to deal with it?
We're dealing with a pair of skilled warriors and their followers. We'll need a tough commander who's not afraid to spill blood.
An unfortunate decision on their part. Let us eliminate them.
Unfortunate indeed, but what can I say? We all lose our heads sometimes. This time it seems to be their turn. Our way, Legate. I am pleased to report all is well. Sure, there is some grumbling now and then, but that is part of military life. The Legionari respect your command. We're not at full strength, but we have enough men to get things done. If a battle awaits us, we will manage. Worse, the men we do have... I should also note that we have quite a lot of people injured from the recent fighting. As soon as they're back in action, we'll be...
Legate, I am at your service as always.
Did the Surian by the name of Albinus revert to you for disciplinary action?
Albinus? That man is a troublemaker, always has been. He hasn't reported to me yet. I'll inform you if he does, but knowing him, I wouldn't count on it.
Good morning.
see this, Cleon? The Roman legatus must think we are mere insects to send such a small group for us.
A whole legion would not be enough to stop us now that we are together, Bios. Let us send these Romans back to their legatus in little pieces.
Watch carefully.
Guys we are beating up?
You'll feel my wrath if I ever get up. Help me stop the bleeding.
No! Wait, where are you going? Stay, help me avenge your leader, you cowards!
Shadow! Come on, this way!
It can't end like this.
Seems the Romans need to be taught a lesson. Let us begin. The fight is lost! Retreat!
Rodent menace. Rodents are a problem everywhere in the world, it seems. As meal time rolls around again and you open your rations, you find several of the sacks have been gnawed open by tiny teeth, their contents eaten. You would think that all these stray cats you see everywhere in Greece would help you out with this, but it seems the locals keep them well fed, and then why should they bother hunting mice?
After the war is done, let's go together to Pompeii. I'll take you to the Lupanare Grande. The girls there are worth a trip.
Need something? Please, excuse me.
Oh, way Legate.
An abduction. The sounds of hooves pounding the earth attracts your attention. One group of angry-looking Greeks clad in civilian garb are following another group who seem to have a woman tied up on the back of their horses. This looks like abduction. The question is, what are you going to do about it? You there, release the girl at once. That's an order. An abduction glance. The abductors glance at you and your warriors. For a moment, you clearly try and estimate whether they might survive a skirmish with you. The odds must have been seemed unfavorable because instead of attacking you, the young man leading the group approaches you. Before he has time to explain himself, however, the man leading the chasing groups interrupts.
This man abducted my daughter! We want justice!
Of course I abducted her. It is tradition. This old bastard's trying to sell his daughter. It's ridiculous. I don't have that kind of money.
Well, then you are not fit to marry my daughter. You can't even pay the bride price. What will you do for a living? Abduct other people for ransom?
It's a shitty situation. Attack the pursuers. When you pull your weapons, you realize the severity of your mistake.
Murderous Romans! This is the last mistake you'll ever make. You should not have interfered in our family matters. I may not like her father, but that doesn't give you the right to attack him. You will regret this.
Somebody stop them! My Athena! They've lost their minds!
it slow and steady, people!
I'm out of here!
The beach, much along the coast, has its advantages, not the last of which being the discovery of numerous caves of the Aegnum Mare. Many of those caves seem to have their own secret beaches, and just like this one, they are well protected and secure. Let's rest and go for a swim. You feel weightless in the water. It's better than the best bathhouse you've ever visited. As you swim around a small cove, you feel schools of fishes massaging your many bruises and wounds. For a while, you and your Praetorian guards forget all about the ongoing war and simply feel content.
Legate, I am...
Our way, Legate.
Our way, Legate.
The end of the war is near. I can feel it.
Enemies on the move. You and your predators are stopped along the side of the road to fix an issue with someone's saddle. A sound of a galloping horse from around the bend ahead brings your attention. The rider who comes around the bend is wearing a peasant cloak, but the wind pulls it away to reveal the colors of Mediterranean beneath. An enemy messenger. A man doesn't see you until he is nearly upon you. Without a skipping beat, you knock the arrow and shoot him in the head. In a buck as he gallops past. The horse panics and kicks him off, then continues down the road a little ways before coming to a stop. Searching the messenger's bodies, you find a missive from Mithridates to one of his lesser generals. Instructions to take his army along a certain route and attack Nicomedea. This message will not reach them, but another is sure to follow. They probably have a few days to prepare.
Which formation shall we use? Arcium Latios Extended! Our legion has engaged the enemy! Gigate Fronte! The enemy is deploying their tactical reserves! Combattante Vesta! The battle is won! Proseguiamo!
Okay, thanks. This is all for now.
Good night.
Bye.